Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are discussing 10 mistakes I made in my fitness journey. And the reason why I'm sharing this with you is so you don't make these same mistakes. Guys, I've been a personal trainer for over 16 years and I've tried it all. As somebody who's not genetically lean, genetically in shape, I always thought I was the type of person who gained weight really easily. I would, the scale would fluctuate. I had to work so hard to stay in like a normal weight. But let me tell you, once I stopped doing these 10 things, my body has changed. My metabolism is higher than it's ever been. I'm leaner than I have ever been, and I'm turning 39 this year. So if you're the type of person who feels like they can't keep weight off, this video is for you. If you've been doing cardio, if you've tried Pilates, if you're doing spin, if you're trying running, this video is for you. If you are doing those things and you are getting the results you want, ignore this. If you've dieted for too long and if you've done too much cardio and if you've been too much in a deficit, your metabolism will slow down. So you're just making it impossible for you to stay lean. That's why you're gaining weight year after year and nothing's working for you. So if you do these following 10 things, you can get leaner, you can rebalance your metabolism, you'll work less hard and get leaner in time through patience. Let's get to the 10 tips. Just before we get into it though, just a reminder that this year is the year I want to help you get in the best shape of your life. So if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe, share it with a friend. Guys, it is not that complicated. You just need to find a source that you trust and stick with a plan. Stick with it long term, and you can see amazing, amazing results with a little bit of patience. So the first mistake I made is I was focusing way too much on still losing weight over building strength. So I would go do weight training, but then I would make sure to do cardio afterwards, and I was too much in a calorie deficit. I was eating too little food to actually build real muscle, so it almost was a waste of time in the gym. It really was. Like, I saw almost no results at first because you need to eat enough fuel to grow, and you can't be in a deficit and doing that much cardio to gain real strength, real muscle, and strength builds lean muscle, and that's what gives you that toned look. I was just so terrified of putting too much volume on my thighs. Like, I just was one of those people that thought I was naturally like stocky, and I thought that if I built more muscle on my legs, they would get bigger and bigger and bigger. But honestly, by stopping cardio, they've gotten leaner and leaner and leaner, and eating more, building muscle. Like, I think a lot of women think that they have big thighs, but a lot of it is fat. So if you switch that for muscle, if you focus on muscle, they will look leaner, tighter, more toned. The second mistake I made, kind of related to the first point, the second mistake I made was I ate way too many salads and not actual fuel. Like, I remember coming home from the gym, and honestly, you can see that in some of my earlier videos, is I would make a big salad as a post-workout meal. Now, I actually prioritize fuel and refueling. So I make sure I get enough carbs, fats, and proteins first. The third mistake I made was I would push through workouts even though exhausted. And let me tell you, sometimes it's okay to do that once in a while, but honestly, if you want long-term progress and real results, you need to be well rested, well fueled, recovered. So if I had a really bad night's sleep or something like that, I will skip my workout and prioritize sleep, prioritize recovery, and just push it one day. And by not powering through that exhausted, that drained feeling, that increases your cortisol. You're not gonna get the results that you want from that crappy workout. If you keep skipping your workouts because you're going out drinking and partying, then you need to prioritize not doing that so you can recover and actually get to the gym. But sometimes you just need to rest, and powering through and having good willpower is not always the answer for some people. Like for me, more is not better. If you're not focusing on recovering, you're gonna build muscle, which boosts your metabolism during recovery. So if you're not giving your time for your muscles to grow, you're not gonna see the gains you deserve. The fourth mistake I made was avoiding dietary fat. I mistakenly got a little influence with the calorie counting culture, and fat is the highest calorie, but calories, in my opinion, are kind of full of crap. The reason why I say that is because picture this. Let's say somebody eats one donut full of sugar and bad oils, and somebody eats chicken, rice, and broccoli for the same amount of calories, do you think they're gonna look the exact same? Like if that's all they eat, only donuts with the exact same amount of calories as this person, like they are not gonna have the same body. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if you didn't experiment with yourself and you focused and you only ate donuts for a month, but you stayed within your calorie restriction, do you think you're gonna look and feel as good as if you're eating healthy foods? There's no way, there's no way. And if anybody's done this study, please show me. But if you're not getting enough protein, enough good fats, enough good carbs, you're not gonna get as good results in the gym. My fifth mistake is I used to schedule cardio like it was part of the day. It was like the main event. I would do it before, I would do it after, or both. I always did a ton of cardio. I didn't realize that I was taking away energy from my weight training session and putting it towards cardio, so I wasn't able to lift as much, recover as much, and see as much results in the gym because I was burning out my muscles through cardio. So honestly, like I've been cutting it like down. It's been a few years. Every summer, you know, the sun's out, I might do a little bit more, but during the winter, I like barely do any. And I am seeing more and more results getting leaner without cardio. And even it's sometimes hard for me to wrap my own head around that, but it's working. And I'm trusting the process, even though there's moments where I'm like, should I be doing cardio? No, I'm kind of doing this experiment with myself and it's working. You need to try this. Sixth mistake I made is I feared sugar without context. Like I feared sugar in sugar form, in healthy form, like honey maple syrup. I even feared carbs because I knew it would turn to sugar. If I am pushing heavy weights, if I need the fuel in the gym to get a good session, I need to have enough sugar for my muscles to power through. Learning how it supports performance and recovery when you time it right will skyrocket your results. Like I mentioned before, after a hard weight training session, go home and eat a salad, and I just was like never recovering properly. I wonder why. Get those carbs in. Sugars aren't your enemy, like getting some good fruits, even simple sugars if you need it quickly. Like, yes, I'll have honey, I'll have maple syrup, or even like dried fruit if I need quick sugar. The seventh mistake I made, I confused good genetics with good programming. So yes, I'm a certified personal trainer. I do a yearly course to keep my certification up. I've trained so many different body types, so I have real gym experience. But what I love to do, like this is my passion. So I am every day looking up people online, trying to learn from the best of the best. So oftentimes we will see somebody who looks unbelievable. And when we listen to their fitness advice, we can get influenced. But oftentimes the people who look the best have the best genetics, not necessarily the best knowledge. So just because somebody has the body type that you're like, wow, they look amazing, don't confuse how they look with if they actually know what they're talking about and if that would actually work for you. Oftentimes the people with the best knowledge do not have the best genetics. So through trial and error, if I, would try this, let's say influencers program, and it's like, there's no chances it's working for people. One thing that I've learned is the people online who tend to have a really small frame and then who have built muscle that way, those programs never would work for somebody like me because I tend to be on the thicker side. I can gain weight easily. Eighth mistake I made is I relied on low calorie, high processed protein snacks. I would get suckered into the marketing and really believed if I ate that high processed food, I would be leaner by getting that protein in. But honestly, like I never eat protein bars now. Like the only protein bar I will eat is the RX bars, if you can consider that a protein bar, but they're more natural. I ditched all that processed food because if you want to feel your best, look your best, gain muscle, you need real nutrients. You need real fuel. not chemicals, not crap. The more you can eat real, healthy, whole, organic, local, unprocessed, better results you're gonna get. Like, that's what we were made to eat. Better you're gonna look, better you're gonna feel, more energy you're gonna have. You're not getting energy from those chemicals. So more energy means better workouts, better strength, better results. Ninth mistake I made is getting tempted by quick fixes instead of trusting the process. There's constantly, especially now with social media, people saying, get results in 4 weeks, 1 month, 1 week. All you need is 10 minutes. Anything that sounds like a quick fix or too good to be true is too good to be true. It's not gonna work. You can try, but you're gonna waste your time, you're gonna waste your energy. I guarantee it. Stop being tempted by quick fixes. That's what people want to hear. You wanna hear that there's an easier way, but there isn't. There isn't. For long-term success, you need to put in the work and the time and the patience and trust the process and ignore the noise. Ignore the noise. And it's tempting. I understand you see somebody being like, oh, they're doing that. They seem like they're getting fast results. But when have you ever tried something that's a quick fix and actually seen results? Like, never. Like, it doesn't happen. So stop trying to find these shortcuts. And if you would have just started initially with the weight training, with a real program, with committing to it, you'd already be at your goal. So now the time is now. Just start now. And before you know it, you're gonna look back and be like, I did it. I promise. The final mistake that I made is I did too much volume too often. Like, I remember I'd have so many exercises. I'd be in the gym for 2 hours. That is so unnecessary. There's a point of diminished returns. There's a point where you're actually not seeing the gains. You're actually gonna see less results by continuing. I started having shorter workouts, more intentional, more intensity, but made sure I didn't overdo it, didn't overtraining, because more sets and exercises are not always better. Because remember, you build muscle through your recovery, through your rest, and you need less than you think to actually progress in time. You just need to be patient, stick with the program. But I know we're all tempted to doing more. But honestly, if you leave a little bit in the tank and you show up consistently, week after week, month after month, it's way better than doing 150% and only being able to maintain that for a month and falling off. Often now I will show up and only do like 80% of my workout if that's all I have time for, and I'm seeing amazing results. Stopping earlier than overdoing it later. I hope you can learn from these points and not make the same mistakes that I did. If you want to train with me, I have my One Fit Bitch program where I help busy women transform their bodies, get results in only 2 to 3 workouts per week is all you need in less than an hour. Get a program by somebody you trust. It doesn't need to be me. If it's somebody else, and stick to it, and don't be tempted to flip-flop. Stick with it for a year, 2 years, and start focusing on how much better you feel, how much stronger you're getting, how much your mobility is improving. If you start focusing on the positive, it will continue to go, and you're gonna get leaner, you're gonna build more muscle, and in time, you're gonna be one fit bitch. But stop focusing on just losing weight, because you've been doing that for how many years? And has it worked for you so far? Maybe try something different. Maybe what you've been doing is not working. If it hasn't been working, let's flip the script. Flip the script, do an experiment on yourself and see if you weight train for a year, what happens. If I can do it, you can do it. I know you can. If you know you're the type of person that needs that accountability, like sign up to a class. If you know that you need a program, get a program. Be self-aware enough to take the steps to make it easy and foolproof for yourself, because it needs to be a priority. It needs to be in your schedule. And trust me, the rest of your life will transform. Your energy is gonna go up, your joy is gonna go up, your confidence is gonna go up if you make the time to feel your best. Because are you really performing at your highest level if you feel like crap? Probably not. Anyway, guys, this is your year to transform. I know you can do it. Meet me on the mat, One Fit Bitch. Thanks so much for tuning in, and make sure to subscribe, share this with a friend that needs to hear it, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.